Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM21 story, The Head Coach with me, Daniel. It's part 41 today and we are back with Hibernian to face our live stream side Dundee United before a big game in the Europa Conference. Vitoria Guimaraes at home, having just been beaten by them on the road. And the game and the result itself is probably going to decide who qualifies out of us and them. Based on other results, it looks likely the case. But if you're looking forward to the two games, you're enjoying the series so far, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from two long-term stories. And of course, there's live stream content from Dundee United in the eye above, as well as a link to the podcast channel too. And thank you so much for your incredible support. With 10 games gone in the season, we've just edged out Rangers in a 0-0 draw at Ibrox, and we're top of the league. We've not been convincing, we've not been winning games easily, but we've been doing enough. And as a result, we're definitely up there with the top two at the moment. We have been keeping our eyes peeled on the job centre, just to see if any potential options came up. And at the moment, there's not really many big ones. They're all sort of lower leagues in England from League One downwards. And with us at a 3-star club, we've got to be realistic. That wouldn't be the move for us. However, if we look at the very insecure jobs, there's some popping up across Europe. And in the insecure jobs, that's where we're looking. Ralph Hasenhüttl under pressure at Swansea, bottom of the Premier League. Mainz in the Bundesliga have had a poor start. And they're the sort of clubs that could represent a step up for us. But let's start by having a look at our schedule to see how we've been getting on. You're with me for the Real Sociedad match to open the Europa Conference group and our draw away at former club Dundee. Since then, a bit of a mixed bag, starting with a defeat in the League Cup quarter-final to Rangers. We actually had the better of this game, and Dylan Tate got a goal against his former club. But Donis, the centre-forward worth £15 million, his hat-trick was too good for us, but we were the better side, and that's of course very promising. Following that though, 4 back-to-back victories, a 3-0 win at home at Dunfermline, a first goal for the club for Semenyo and 2 for Kevin Nisbet. Before at home to Olympia, another good win. Stansfield with a brace this time after Bonner's opener. Away at St Johnstone, we nicked a 3-2 victory. Jason Kerr getting sent off, a man we're looking forward to working with in our Dundee United save. But again, it was a Nisbet brace and a brilliant goal off the bench by Jason Cummins. And that's what got us the victory in the end. A home to Kilmarnock, a 2-1 win. Nisbet and a Flynn screamer either side of a Jimmy Dunn own goal before a crucial defeat 2-1 at Guimaraes. Stansfield got the equaliser, but it wasn't enough. A 0-0 draw at Ibrox is a very positive one. But basically the Europa Conference comes down to the two games between us and Guimaraes. We would expect to win at Olympia. We rested our team and won comfortably at home. We'd expect to lose at Real Sociedad. We were poor at home to them. So it basically boils down to, can we win at home by more than we lost? Because of course, it's not about goal difference in this group, it's head-to-head record. We've got to do better than them, and we've got to hope the rest of the results go to plan and we finish second. That's the plan here, to be in European football after Christmas. But Dundee United up first, and that's a difficult one for us, because the Rangers game was only 2 days ago, and then we've got a week and a bit off. It doesn't make sense, the scheduling. This could have been Wednesday, it could have been Thursday. It wouldn't have harmed anyone really. But as it is, the authorities trying to benefit Rangers and Celtic again, and we are left down to toil away as we face Dundee United with a very depleted squad. We've got loads of people to close down, we've made loads of changes to the team, we're still having to play 2 tired players in Dunn and Farrell, but you can see we've left out the likes of Kene, Mallon, Porteous, Doig, Boggarts, all missing out from the squad entirely, and a couple of others dropped out at the starting 11. So our team for today, as a result of all of that, is Gunnarsson in goal, Sutar back from injury at right back with Bonner over on the left, Dunn having to play tired but alongside Astley at central defence, Maishi, Tate and Ronan all into the midfield 4, Lee Farrell keeps his place alongside those, and Kevin Nisbet stays up front, but he's got a new partner today, and that man is the goal scorer Jay Stansfield. So let's go and get into it. Hibernian v Dundee United, and fingers crossed the lads coming back to fitness will be able to put in a good display. Let's go and find out. It's certainly going to be difficult. Lawrence Shankland's still in the side for Dundee United. Finn Malcolm has become an excellent player for them. I wonder if Mokri's still there. Doesn't look like it. Daryl Horgan's joined them though, as has Andy Irving, Pochettino. There's some quality there. Still got Benji Siegrist in goal and Stuart Kettlewell, now the manager. So we're going to tell the boys to prove a point. We're going to get into the first half. And fingers crossed against a very good blister in front too. We won't get caught out on the break. And we start straight away with a kick-off. Nisbet to Farrell. If we can get an early goal, we'd certainly be pleased with that, as Bonner picks it up on the left-hand side. He's He's got two options down the line. One of them Stansfield. Now Farrell. Stansfield again. Surging at the defence. No pressure on him. But his shot is wide. It's wayward. And it's pretty ugly in truth. And it remains 0-0 with a minute on the clock. We've got another free kick as Irving's getting a telling off. Now we had him on loan at Dundee, don't forget, before he came and joined for the rivals permanently. As Farrell takes the free kick. And Siegrist, hero from the live stream save, tips over the bar. And we still continue to keep the pressure on. I'm hoping we can stay up in that top three. If we do, it should make getting another job easier, particularly as we look to England and further afield, to Europe's top leagues. As Shankland gets in down the right, Malcolm's in the middle. Don't want to give away a goal after this start. Shankland again with a chance to cross. To Irving. Back to Herrera. They're keeping it well, but it peters out. We've defended, we've closed down very well there. We've had less possession, we've had more chances on highlights. And to be fair, it looks pretty good so far. As we've got a free kick on the right with Connor Ronan. First start back from injury in towards Dunn. Loses out. And although we've got three back, Malcolm is now charging at them. And look at them all run away from him. The fear in the boys there is tipped over by Gunnarsson. But there's no good having three back from a corner or a free kick. It's something that's actually always annoyed me about the set piece setup on these games. You can only say stay back or stay back if needed. You can't tell them where to be. And that's something I'd love to be able to position them a bit more, because it's something that really frustrates me. We almost saw it the last kick of last season, where the defender ran away from the ball. He went to go back to his ordinary position and reset, and they just ran through the middle. So it's something that has been on my mind, but either way, it's been a positive start. And with half an hour gone, it's 0-0 here at Hibs, and at Easter Road, we're giving Dundee United a game. We're coming up towards half-time, and here come our visitors. They've had a much better finish to this second half than they had start. Shankland plays a 1-2 with Powell, but Nisbet's nicked it. It's a poor pass. He's going to get in here. Is he reliable? He's not this time. Siegrist matches him again. And to be honest, it's been a tale of the two keepers so far. Both Nisbet and Gunnarsson made a couple of brilliant saves each. As Ronan takes the corner, he's poor again. No one attacking the box. We've got people attacking the 6-yard box, challenging the keeper and the near and far post. And none of them were in there. The three centre defenders in that zone just had acres of space. And at half-time, it's 0-0. And again, we had so many games where we kept clean sheets at the start of the season. We then had loads where we scored loads and conceded loads. And now we're back to 0-0s and 1-0s. It's a very bizarre set of circumstances. But a clean sheet is the primary objective here. And if we can nick a winner as well, that'd be fantastic. Don't forget 6 or 7 first teamers out here. A couple of others in the side, Farrell and Dunn, absolutely shattered. So the longer we can hold out here, the better we've done. Let's go to the tactics screen and see what we can do. I'm going to bring Vaux on for Farrell. Gives us the box-to-box, gives us the long throw if we need it. Stansfield's been poor. Cummins will come on for him. I don't fancy Semenyo the way he's playing at the minute. Or should I give him the chance? I don't know. Let's do it. Semenyo on for Cummins. And then we can't take Jimmy Dunn off because there's no other options. So Sutar's going to be replaced by Mark Flynn. 25 minutes for the centre midfielder, covering at right back yet again. And hopefully we can nick a winner from somewhere. As long as we don't concede though, it's not a disaster. 15 left on the clock. Still 0-0 here at Easter Road. We're just going to fire them up a bit, I think, because they're not doing too badly. They're just not really looking like scoring. And here come Dundee United. A poor back pass. Semenyo nearly intercepted it. Though it goes all the way through to Siegrist. He's got time on the ball. Long downfield, over the top. Malcolm's in. We've not been beaten by a goal kick. Gunnarsson makes another brilliant save. But that is absolutely appalling. How have they managed to get in behind from that? It's really not good enough. So we're going to drop the line of engagement and the defensive line. We're going to try and keep on the ball a bit more. Maybe just raise that tempo slightly. And fingers crossed we can nick a chance to win the game. We're going to try and fire the lads up. Just a few more minutes to go. But it looks like it's going to be a stalemate here. 93 minutes up, Hibernian 0, Dundee United 0. And I tell you what, that was not a classic to start, was it? We cancel each other out, we keep the unbeaten run going, and we'll be back in a moment for a crucial game in just over a week against Vitoria Guimaraes. I'll see you there. I hope it's more entertaining. Well, we're back for game 2, a big one in Europe at home to Vitoria Guimaraes, and it's got to be better than the last one. It really has, because we need to be more ruthless in front of goal. We lost 2-1 away from home, and we need to better that scoreline in our favour this time, or we're probably going to be crashing out. If we have a look at the group stages after 3 games, you can see it's basically that result at Guimaraes that separates us. Olympia have become the whipping boys, Real Sociedad are far too good, and if we can get on top of these lot and get above them after this game, as long as we win away at Olympia, it should stay the same come the end. We've got to keep an eye on the other groups as well, because Linfield and TNS in the same group play each other today. But the most important thing is that we get the victory in this, get ourselves through. And at the moment, I'm not confident that will happen. We have, though, got a little bit of good news off the pitch. Mark Flynn has signed a new deal for 3 years. The Director of Football's organising those, of course. There was one other as well that I can't remember. It might have been Jimmy Dunn to 2028. No, it wasn't. It was Lee Farrell, because it got a transfer clause back in there. £12 million up until the end of the season after next. So that's going to be a problem for us, because he's going to be very good. And I've got a feeling he might be on the road. But let's get ahead into this game, because we've got to get a result out of it. We're going to go back to full strength, or what our assistant perceives to be it. And I just want to see if he's left anything out, really. So the players with heavy match loads are Dunn and Sutar. So I think we can do something to deal with that. Astley's got a medium match load, so he will replace Dunn. Sutar will be replaced by Mark Flynn at right back, wherever he is. And that's what we're going to go for today. We'll leave those two out of the squad. I might have Dunn on the bench just as a security measure. And Semenyo's got a heavy match load too. So he's going to drop out at the expense of Jason Cummins, who might even start given Stansfield's recent form. And we're just going to try and get the best possible result here. Ronan in the number 10 role is back from injury and struggling for fitness. So Boggarts will start ahead of him. In the midfield, Farrell, Mallon, Kene, that's exactly what we want. And the back four, bar the one centre-half and right back, is basically what we want it to be. So in terms of the subs bench, it's just whether we get an extra midfielder in. The likes of Vaux, the likes of Evans, do we bring them in instead of young O'Connor? Or do we trust the striker to make an impact? I think we have to go for Vaux, and I think we're going to leave it at that. What that means is, from the game we played last Tuesday, quite a few changes in the first 11. At right back, Flynn comes in. Astley stays in, but this time alongside Porteous instead of Dunn. At left back, Doig's back in. We've brought all three of our first choice midfielders back, Kene, Mallon and Boggarts alongside Farrell. And Jason Cummins is in up front. Not started a lot this year, but generally played well when he has. So let me know what you think the score will be. Is it the right side based on what we've got available? We're trying to protect the legs, balance the domestic and European action, but we really need to get a win today. So let's go and see if we can. Vitoria Guimaraes, a crucial match in this group stage. If we don't win it, we're probably out. We've got to be honest. We're not going to beat Sociedad. They're probably not going to drop points against Olympia. So let's go and prove a point. First half, here we go. We're at Easter Road again. And this time, we've got to find a way to score. Just picking out a player from their team. In the number 10 role, it's Danny Loader. He's a well-known player. Does really well in the English leagues normally. Came through at Reading, I think, or Everton. One of the two, and then he ends up scoring goals galore. And here they come on the left early on. Throw into the box, flicked on. Gunnarsson deals with it well. Now, can we counter? Can we get out at speed? He's taking too much time, but eventually goes long. Cummins loses out in the air, and he falls for Despodov. On the right wing, back inside to Quateng. Is that the same Quateng we had at Wigan in the beta save? He was a good right back, the same position. We'll have to have a look in a minute as Farrell goes back to Porteous. Time on the ball in his own half. Farrell playing much better this season, but we need him to be the spark today. So far, playing safe there, going backwards. Astley brings it out to Mallon. We know he's got quality as well, both from this save and Dundee United, as Astley finds him again. Flynn's overlapping on the right, the natural midfielder. Gets to the byline, chance to cut back. Mallon into Boggarts, his shot off the line. Mallon picks it up again, Flynn's with him. Chance to cross, Mallon picks it up. He's got two with him, but he's offside. It's a sloppy end to a very good sustained bit of pressure. Sociedad have led at Olympia. We're not going to finish bottom of this group. But early on, we've had a good chance to score. And still, we've managed to not find a net. 0-0 in the last two games. And we need to go better today. Incidentally, yes, it is the same right back Quateng that we had at Wigan. A really good footballer, to be fair to him. So I'm interested to see how he plays against us. With half an hour gone, I'm a little bit worried about this performance because we've looked a little toothless yet again. As Nisbet gets it, goes to Flynn on the underlap, chance to surge down the right hand side. He gets past his man again, but can we get the cross? Back to Lee Farrell. Shot's blocked, but it's fallen to Cummins. And 6 yards out, it's poacher's instinct. And he just glances it in. Fantastic work from the centre forward. And it looks like an inspired choice to pick him now. 10 to the break is Hibs 1, Guimaraes 0. And as it stands, we'll have the better head-to-head record on away goals. And that's all we need. Half time, the score is still the same. We've been by far the better side. And the only question's how we've not got two, really. We're going to tell the boys to prove a point. We're going to keep them fit. We're going to keep them motivated. We're going to keep them focused. And fingers crossed we're going to get the same out the second half. Because another goal, and it could be something to celebrate. An hour on the clock. Vitoria Guimaraes with a throw deep in their own half. Long ball forward towards Ellis, the striker. Tries to find a midfielder, but it's intercepted. Porteous has been really good there. Farrell finds Doig. Lovely stuff in the middle. Not going anywhere as of yet. Doig tries to chip it. Quateng intercepts. It wasn't the best ball. Despodov down the right. Long ball up. Porteous, you're joking. This better not go in. Oh, the silly individual errors. Porteous is the best centre-half at the club we've done. And he does that so often. It's not like it's a one-off thing. He has misjudged 5 or 6 headers in a season since we've been here. And every single one of them costs us a chance or a goal. And this time, it could cost us a place in Europe. Though Stevie Mallon's trying to change that. Steps up with a free kick just inside the D. Has to produce a bit of magic here. Stevie Mallon. Oh, he does just that. What a goal from Stevie Mallon. Spares the blushes of Porteous at the back. And we're back on form. It's 2-1. The head-to-head record is level. And now it will come down to goal difference, I feel. As Quateng gets the ball into Despodov. He picks it up on the right-hand side. Beats his man easily. And this is just a bit too worrying. Quateng gets in. Porteous does head this one away. Carlos Jr. picks it up on the left. But again, it's utter dominance. They're coming forward out wide. They're keeping the ball well, though Farrell nicks it. Boggers finds Cummins. Back to Kene. Long ball forward towards Nisbet. He finds Farrell in the middle. 2 running off him. Good header away by Eli. He finds Carlos. In towards Ellis. The centre half has lost him again. And it's just clipped the top of the bar on the way over. Both centre halves having an absolute mare. And with just under 20 to go, we're going to go and make changes. I'm going to bring Stanfield on up front. He's going to replace Nisbet. He'll be the advance forward, and then Cummins will switch to the poacher. That seems to work better when they combine as the two. In a holding role, Kene's been average, so we'll bring on Meishi for a bit of experience. And then at the back, Flynn struggled at right back. I don't think I've got another option. I don't think I can take him off. So I'll have to do one of the tired legs. Farrell's been good, as has Mallon. I don't really want to take them off. So instead, I'm going to leave it for 5 minutes. And then maybe we'll give Jimmy Dunn a run out. As Flynn picks the ball up at right back to Mallon. Over the top towards Nisbet. We might cancel the sub if he scores here. Holds it up and goes back to Flynn. Played a bit safe. Inside to Kene. Another one who should be coming off in a moment. Chance to go left to Doig. Overlapping well. Can he get the ball in the box? There's 2 in there. Now 3. Back to Boggers. His shot's blocked. Falls for Flynn. Now Kene. Keeping it well, but no real chance yet. It's out to the left, but he's offside. And he's let it go out for a throw. Although the offside's still given. 15 to go, 2-1 to Hibs. But is it going to be enough? We just don't know. And with 7 left on the clock, we're back for Eli's free kick. Out to Despodov on that right-hand side. He's got 2 overlapping. Doig's gone in with him. And now there's space on the other side. Flynn chasing Carlos Jr. Cuts it into Ellis. And that was just so easy. What is going on at centre-half? What is going on at full-back? Farrell's knackered. We're going to replace him now. But I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. And I don't know how we sort this defence out. Because, as you've seen again, 0-0, 0-0, and now we're conceding silly goals again. There's no consistency in this side. And it is the hardest thing to adapt to. I'm going to bring on Tate, because he's done well when he's played so far. Mallon will go to the playmaker. Tate will go box to box. And we've just got to try and chase it. We're going to fire the boys up. It's not going to work, I don't think. Because we keep conceding these silly goals. The centre-halves have both made individual errors and it's going to cost us as Tate brings it away. Don't forget 3-2's not enough on the head-to-head. We will still be behind even if we win this game because they've scored more away goals now. As Carlos gets it out on the left-hand side again. Has absolutely tormented us, that guy. Falls into midfield, through to Martins. Awful again from Astley. And Gunnarsson manages to spare his blushes. There is so much to be frustrated about here as Gunnarsson's long kick is headed away. And if anything, the Portuguese look more like getting the winner here. Carlos Jr. through to Martins again. Astley leaves him alone again. And Gunnarsson flaps at it at his near post. It is 3-2 to Guimaraes. And how on earth have we lost this game? How on earth have we conceded 3? Porteous, individual error. Astley, individual error. Gunnarsson, individual error. You just can't account for it. Every single week, we put in one brilliant display and then we concede silly goals like this in a game. It's almost impossible to manage. So I think we're going to be looking for a way out of Hibernian now. I think we've accepted based on the start to the season. We're not consistent enough to catch Celtic or Rangers. We're not good enough to go on a run in this competition. And in fact, we won't even get through this year. And in the Cups, we're just not good enough when we face the Old Firm. So we're going to try and keep the side in the top 3, but I think we're going to keep an eye on the job centre now, because after 4.5 years and fantastic progress, it is time to leave Scotland. We've got to find ourselves a move. The Derby job's come up. It's another 3-star club, could be a big one for us. They've got some big players. They've been in the top half of the Championship for a few years, and some of their young stars in real life have come through and become regulars here. They've got quality players. They've still got the likes of Jason Knight in the middle, a young central midfielder from Ireland, 40 caps already. Matty Cash at right back, we know the quality he's got. But I don't know that it's the best we can do. And I don't want to just take an option to get out because Hibs is frustrating me. I want to make sure it's the right one. Dortmund, unfortunately, probably a class above. We will try, just in case. But I don't think we're going to be able to get that. And as it stands, we're still watching out for the likes of Mainz, for Villarreal, Frankfurt, Wolfsburg, Toulouse. All sorts of clubs that we could see ourselves managing. Forest and Fulham might be available soon as well. So I just don't know. I don't feel like Derby is yet the biggest step up. In terms of potential, of course it is. But the Championship's a volatile league. It can all go wrong. And you can see they're not very patient with managers. So I don't know if that's the right move. But when we come back next time, we may well be still looking for a new job. It may even be for a job interview. If not, it will be the final game of the Europa Conference Group A stage. We're going to be facing Olympia away from home, as well as a reunion with Dundee or Celtic either side, depending on which one's more important. And I think it's probably going to be curtains to Europe again, unless we've got to move in the meantime. So if you did enjoy the episode, please put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know in the comments what you think of my itchy feet, my potential wanting to move on, and the 2 performances there. The chalk and cheese defensively is really giving me some nightmares at the moment, and I don't feel like I can sanely cope with it for much longer. So we might well have to be on the move. We'll keep an eye out for opportunities. Let me know what you think we should do. Do you think we should go to the Championship? Do you think we should wait for a Premier League job? Or should we look further afield in Europe? Have we got a chance at a bigger job? Or is our reputation still a bit small? But if you want to stay up to date and find out how we do for the rest of the season, whether we get that big move, please do subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. You'll get alerts as daily FM21 content releases from 2 long-term stories. This one will be back in 2 days' time, and sandwiched between is our Build a Nation with Banga. And then, of course, we've got 2 live streams a week from Dundee United, as well as plenty of content over on the podcast channel. All the playlist links are in the eye above. A massive thank you for your support. And I'll see you next time, maybe on the move, or maybe for a big game in Europe with Hibs. I'll see you next time to find out.